Okay. All right. So, hi Kaya. Hi Bruce. How are you? How are you both doing?
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay. And Bruce, how are you doing today?
Yeah, I've had better days, for sure.
Okay. Well, I just want to thank you both for, taking the time. Uh, well, first of all, taking the time on yourselves, taking the time on yourselves and believing in this enough to come and show up for yourselves. And just thank you for trusting me with holding the space for that. I just wanted to say that before we moved on. So before we get started, I just want to invite the two of you to just become present in the room. Just kind of close your eyes and um, just let go of all that may have gone on prior to getting here, the car ride over, um, maybe a phone call or a text that you got, or even something that was said that may have ruffled your feathers a bit. And I'm just inviting you to release that, let it go, and kind of clean the slate. Allow a clean space so that it can now be filled with everything that this experience is that we're going to have with each other today. And then once you find yourself in that place of clearing and cleaning, I invite you to take 3 deep breaths. Inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your mouth. And let go of whatever sounds seem to be, at the center, whatever they are, just see what comes up. If it's nothing, that's fine. But, sometimes we have some spirits that need to get up and out. So I just invite you to do that. And when you're ready, you can just open your eyes. Okay. So since we saw each other last, how have things been? How have you found communicating? Um, how have you found the week since we saw each other last? How have things been for the two of you? Kaya, you can start.
Um, it's okay. I'm pretty busy.
Okay.
I'm feeling as I'm breathing in and out, I'm holding a lot of tension in my body. I don't think it's fair, really, what's happening. And I am not really understanding. It feels like a door was opened. And when we walked through it, like we discussed it. And then now that we're out on the other side, like out into the world, now all of a sudden it's not okay anymore. And so I'm feeling a little duped. I feel conflicted now.
Okay.
Um, I have all these extra feelings. I don't really know what to do. And I really want to care for Bruce. And also, um, you know, full disclosure, I've got another thing happening, and I'm not really sure what to do from here. It's confusing.
Okay. Okay. Just take a deep breath with that. Just take a deep breath with that, because that release is real and requires a great deal of bravery and just like I said, thank you for just being brave enough to let that go, and to share that. Um, so Bruce, I just want to ask you, what did you draw from what Kai is saying? How did that make you feel? As far as hearing um, what this experience is yielding for her.
No, I'm trying to listen to her perspective, but as I've shared that I definitely feel that some lines were crossed here.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that things were agreed upon before we entered into this, and that
Mm-hmm.
we're going to be um, having that the extramarital was going to be casual, that we weren't going to be introducing. I mean, she's basically got a boyfriend right now, and I feel there's no real love coming towards me anymore, and I get it. I set this situation up, so as I previously shared, like, I know I need to take some of the blame for this, but at the same time, I feel like we had some kind of agreement that that those weren't going to be lines that were going to be crossed, that she wasn't going to color outside those lines, and she did. So
Okay.
and I hear her, what she's saying with the tension. I feel it too. I feel it all in my body right here.
Okay. Well, the first thing that I want to say is also, just a thank you for your share, and thank you for being honest within the space. But the one thing that I would like to invite as a reminder is that, these sessions are not, uh, it's not a space to create, we're not creating blame. It's more of kind of looking at the opportunities that are going to be available for us to learn how to communicate in a different way, to align with what the other's needs are, and to really listen to what the other's heart is saying. So, yes, there's always someone that might have the key and opens the door. But here in this space, it's a thing of not wanting to necessarily point fingers. So, and I'm not telling you how to feel or how to think about anything, but I did want to just, make sure that it was understood that it's your seats are right next to each other. No one's seats are above or below, or somebody's looking down at the other and someone's looking up at the other. So I just wanted you to understand that the support is even in coming for both of you. As I just wanted to make that clear. So I just wanted to ask you, Bruce, how are you feeling? How is, independent of what, if, before Kaya spoke, how has this all been for you since we spoke last? Where are you in this experience?
I'm feeling very lost and confused myself.
Okay.
I brought in polyamory into the relationship in an effort to not sneak around Kaya's back. And now I don't even feel like engaging in those activities at all now that I don't have my wife at all. So.
What do you mean at all? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it's completely there's no there's no right or wrong. There's no good or bad.
I mean,
It's what you're feeling.
we started down this road, Bruce, because we felt that we'd been together forever, right? And I was acknowledging that there are things that really weren't being served, like fully served in the relationship that I wanted, and you said the same. And so now I'm getting those things that I was missing. Like, I don't understand what you're saying. I'm not around for you. Like, I didn't mean to interrupt, but what, are you kidding? Like, we still spend a lot of time together. We're still best friends. We still talk all the time. We're still raising our kids.
Yeah, but we don't have any intimacy. There's absolutely no intimacy happening between us whatsoever.
Okay. I just want to ask a question. When this arrangement was introduced into the equation, was there conversations about your bottom lines and what was going to be the most comfortable fit for the two of you? Because even with introducing something like this, it's very important to talk about the dream, what the dream is for the experience that you want to bring into your experience. Was there ever a conversation about that? And I guess in this space, Bruce, I would ask you that, since this was something that you were introducing to your experience, or was that conversation anything that came along with that? Or even Kaya, was it something that you requested? Was it something, because it's very important that even though, as I said, we can't think about placing blame, because even though it may have been something that Bruce facilitated, it doesn't take away your ability to be able to request what it is that you need from it and what's going to be the most comfortable thing for you in doing so. So I'm just wondering, did the two of you in this experience, did you feel brave enough to be able to make those requests within the paradigm? And there's no, like I said, there's no right or wrong, there's no good or bad. It's just a thing of, when it's two, there's responsibility and weight on both ends, no matter who we feel was the one that, lit the match. So I'm just kind of wanting to kind of get to that place, because if we start to look at responsibility, then we can stop pointing fingers and really kind of get into what's happening in our inner worlds. And when we start to get into our inner worlds, we realize that it's more about the individual first. So that's the reason why I'm asking that, if you're wondering why.
Well, I'm not sure if I came away from our conversation with like a set of rules.
Mm-hmm.
I know that I'm being respectful,
Mm-hmm.
not, really, this is hard to talk about. I'm not really, being physical with Naveed, like, in our room, like that doesn't happen, that I'm honoring that, like, but Bruce, you're gone so much. Like, if I got sick the other day, and having somebody bring me soup who lives in the same town and is in the same town and can offer me care, that was one of the things that was important to me and what we originally talked about. So now that it's happening, I figure like we kind of knew that was the deal. When we talked about whether or not it was time for you to get off the road, or if there was space for this. Like when you're away so much, you're doing your thing and I'm home being mom and doing my thing, but it's not my choice to be away from you. You're choosing that. So I thought that's what this arrangement was. Did I get that wrong?
No, for sure. It's reminding me of a song lyric. We were gonna do that. I don't know, but I was thinking about the song by The Temptations, Just My Imagination. And
Okay. And I know that was something that we had talked about last week, like a little homework for you all to think about a song that kind of speaks to what's going on in your inner world. Maybe it has the words that you would want to say, or that speaks to where you are at this moment in time, or just some of the things you maybe want to say to the other. Kaya, were you able to find something that, a song that spoke to you?
Yeah, totally. The Fleetwood Mac song Dreams.
Okay.
Do you want me to read the
Yeah, maybe the first stanza, maybe the first stanza, and Bruce, I'll invite you to do the same. the first stanza of yours, and we'll talk about it in a second. So yes, Kaya.
Now here you go again. You say you want your freedom. Well, who am I to keep you down? It's only right that you should play the way you feel it, but listen carefully to the sound of your loneliness. Like a heartbeat drives you mad in the stillness of remembering what you had and what you lost and what you had and what you lost.
Okay. So, what story does that tell for you, Kaya?
Well, I mean, it's just about having something, then losing it, and then realizing you had something and you lost it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I'm not, I don't know. I'm not totally down with the situation as it is right now at all. I'm just trying to deal with what we said we were going to do. Like, I don't know. I'm super confused and conflicted, and I'm not sure what has been gained. I'm pretty clear on what's been lost. Like, it feels like some trust. There's something.
Okay. Okay. And Bruce, what did you hear from what Kaya shared? The lyric that she shared. Did anything resonate? Did anything connect? Did you hear any truths that
Definitely
resonated with you?
the feeling of loss.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
She's feeling that because I'm feeling that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
And what I just wanted to say, the reason why I chose this particular exercise was because it's a conversation, and a lot of times it informs exactly what it is that we may be moving through at a particular time, and speaks for us when we don't have the words to do so, and without it cutting necessarily, because it comes so beautiful. It drives in so beautifully with melody, with all of the perfect backdrops. But what I will say is that there's a great deal of love. And that's the one thing that I want you all to remember as you're moving through this, because love is what has you both here. And it's also about wanting to make sure you're holding space for the other. And no matter the matter, like I said, I just wanted to offer that, because one of the very poignant lines is, now here you go again saying you want your freedom. And in any relationship, you want to make sure that there's an even playing field. You want to make sure that both feel like they are, I hate to use it, like wind beneath their wings in a sense. Even though there's like these two solid columns that are holding up the roof of this building, and it's clear what their job is and their responsibility is to the whole, there's spaces in between that love and spaces in between that dedication. So the freedom is there, but we're just figuring out now how to communicate with bravery, communicate responsibility. So that's why I wanted to just say to you when I said earlier that it's can't be about pointing fingers and shame, because it's an opportunity that you're being given to learn how to even love, like what that language even is. So I just wanted to offer that to you. I don't know if that is salve on a wound, or if it's me just ripping the Band-Aid off and making it tender all over again. But I did want to offer that. Yeah. So Bruce, and thank you, Kaya. Thank you for doing the homework. And thank you for offering such a lovely You know, she's one of my favorites, so thank you. Bruce, so would you mind reading the first stanza from the song that you chose?
Yeah, no problem. Each day through my window, I watch her as she passes by. I say to myself, you're such a lucky guy. To have a girl like her is truly a dream come true. Out of all the fellas in the world, she belongs to you. But it was just my imagination running away with me. It was just my imagination running away.
Okay. Is it safe to say that a deep breath would be good here? Okay.
You're at like 20.
Really? Okay. So we should just stop. You think I got enough? Okay.
You got it.